South Korea's history is a powerful story of resilience, innovation, and transformation. Today, we're exploring the key chapters in this nation's journey, starting with the ancient Three Kingdoms period, through the challenging era of Japanese occupation to the incredible post-war development that shaped modern South Korea. From ancient dynasties to the rise of a global tech powerhouse, this video delves into the moments that have defined Korea's identity and strength. Whether you're interested in ancient history or modern achievements, join us as we uncover the dynamic story of South Korea, a nation that has risen from adversity to global prominence. Today, we will talk about history of South Korea. South Korea's remarkable journey from ancient kingdoms to a modern economic powerhouse is a tale of resilience, cultural richness, and rapid transformation. Imagine a land where history and tradition blend seamlessly with cutting-edge technology and vibrant pop culture. In this video, we'll delve into South Korea's fascinating history, starting with the influential Three Kingdoms period, moving through the dark times of Japanese occupation, and culminating in the country's incredible post-war development. Stick around until the end to discover how South Korea emerged from the shadows of occupation to become one of the most dynamic nations in the world today. 1. The Three Kingdoms period, the foundation of Korean culture. The story of Korea begins in earnest with the Three Kingdoms period, a pivotal era that laid the cultural and political foundations of the Korean peninsula. This period, which lasted from around 57 BC to 668 CE, saw the rise of three powerful kingdoms: Goryeo in the north, Baekje in the southwest, and Silla in the southeast. Each kingdom was distinct in its cultural practices, military prowess, and political structure, yet together they shaped the early Korean civilization. Goguryeo, the largest and most powerful of the three, was known for its strong military and territorial expansion. The kingdom's strategic location allowed it to exert influence over Manchuria and parts of China, while its capital, Pyongyang, became a major cultural and political center. Goguryeu's warriors were feared throughout the region, and their legacy of bravery and strength remains a source of pride in Korean history. Baekje, on the other hand, was renowned for its cultural achievements and close ties with Japan and China. The kingdom played a crucial role in the spread of Buddhism and Confucianism to Japan, significantly influencing Japanese culture and religion. Baekje's artisans were also skilled in crafting beautiful ceramics, sculptures, and architectural designs, many of which were inspired by Chinese art. Silla, though initially the smallest and weakest of the three kingdoms, ultimately emerged as the unifier of the Korean peninsula. With the help of an alliance with the Tang Dynasty of China, Silla defeated Goguryeo and Baekje, leading to the unification of Korea in 668 CE. The unified Silla period that followed was a time of relative peace and prosperity, during which Korean culture, art, and religion flourished. 2. Japanese occupation, a dark chapter in Korean history. The Japanese occupation of Korea, which lasted from 1910 to 1945, is one of the darkest chapters in the nation's history. Japan's annexation of Korea marked the beginning of 35 years of harsh colonial rule, during which the Korean people were subjected to widespread repression, forced labor, and cultural erasure. Under Japanese rule, Korea was stripped of its sovereignty, and the Japanese government implemented policies aimed at assimilating Koreans into Japanese culture. Korean language and history were banned in schools, and students were forced to learn Japanese. Traditional Korean names were replaced with Japanese ones, and Koreans were required to worship at Shinto shrines. The exploitation of Korea's resources and people was rampant. Korean laborers were conscripted to work in Japan's war industries, and thousands of Korean women were forced into sexual slavery as comfort women for Japanese soldiers. The economic and social fabric of Korean society was deeply damaged by these policies, leaving scars that are still felt today. Despite the brutality of Japanese rule, the Korean people resisted in various ways. The March 1st movement of 1919 was one of the largest and most significant uprisings against Japanese occupation. Although the movement was brutally suppressed, it sparked a renewed sense of national identity and solidarity among Koreans. The occupation also gave rise to a strong Korean independence movement, both within Korea and among expatriate communities abroad. Activists like Kim Gu and Syngman Rhee played key roles in the struggle for independence, working tirelessly to garner international support for Korea's liberation. 3. Post-war development, from ruins to economic miracle. In the aftermath of World War II and the Korean War, South Korea was a country in ruins. The devastation of the war had left the economy shattered, infrastructure destroyed, and a population struggling with poverty and displacement. Yet in the decades that followed, South Korea would undergo one of the most remarkable economic transformations in modern history. The 1960s marked the beginning of South Korea's Miracle on the Han River, a period of rapid industrialization and economic growth that lifted the country out of poverty and into the ranks of the world's leading economies. Under the leadership of President Park Chung-hee, the South Korean government implemented a series of ambitious economic reforms, focusing on export-oriented industrialization, infrastructure development, and education. Key industries such as steel, shipbuilding, electronics, and automobiles became the backbone of South Korea's economy. Companies like Hyundai, Samsung, and LG, which started as small enterprises, grew into global conglomerates, driving South Korea's economic expansion and technological innovation. Education played a crucial role in South Korea's development. The government invested heavily in building a robust education system, ensuring that the population was well equipped with the skills needed to support the country's industrialization. This emphasis on education not only contributed to economic growth, but also helped to create a highly skilled and competitive workforce. South Korea's history is a story of survival, resilience, and remarkable transformation. From the ancient kingdoms that laid the cultural foundations of the nation to the struggles and triumphs of the modern era, South Korea's journey is one of continuous adaptation and growth. The lessons of the past continue to inspire the nation as it moves forward into the future, balancing tradition with innovation and cultural heritage with global influence. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.